Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and over the course we have looked at over 100 guitars now. So if you've been here for a while, you'll know that I have never in all of those guitars looked at a nice Gretsch guitar before. So that all changes today. This guitar belongs to a friend of mine, and he said you should take this for a couple of days and sort of get to know it and see what you think. So I thought I would make a video on it. It is a 2005 made in Japan 6120, but it's the Reverend Horton Heat edition, so it's got a few different things about it. So we'll go over the sort of top to bottom spec now, and then we'll get into some sounds, and then I'll come back and tell you how I've got on. Bearing in mind I'm a Strat Telly Les Paul guy, so how have I got on with a guitar that is totally different from that. So if I come in close so you can see this magnificent thing. It's quite a big guitar, but you've got a laminated maple top and back, and on the sides as well. It's all finished in nitrocellulose, and then you've got all these sort of different layers of the binding in the F-holes, around the fingerboard and stuff like that. Coming onto the neck, it's a lovely ebony fingerboard, very much like my Eastman's, to be fair. Similar sort of colour and feels very similar. It is a 12-inch radius, but it's one of those radiuses that feels a lot flatter than that. It feels much flatter than a Gibson, say. Then if I can get a close-up of these inlays, you got all these different sort of cacti or cactus designs and stuff like that, and they just look super cool. You got medium jumbo frets on there, which bring you onto the headstock. That's where you got the Reverend Horton signature and stuff on the truss rod cover. The tuners are these lock-in Spurzal ones, and to be fair, they feel real nice. These are different on the current production run, as are the pickups as well. On this one, these were sort of more 1958 patent applied for Filtertron style, and they are different on the newer one. And then you've got a rosewood and pin sort of bridge there. The intonation on this guitar is amazing. It's set up so well. And then you do have a proper Bigsby there as well. If I can just show you the action on this thing, if it will focus there. Considering the sort of, like, if you were to see this hanging on a wall and the size of it and stuff, you'd be like, you know, that's probably fairly, it fights you, so to speak. But the setup and action intonation, it is one of the easiest guitars I've ever played. It plays itself, honestly. So with that being said, let's get on to the sounds and stuff. What I'll do first is I'll just talk you through these controls, because these two here, they sort of work like a volume and tone for the bridge and neck pickup. As you roll down, you get lower volume, the tone rolls off until they cut off altogether. And then you've got a master volume here. Your normal sort of freeway selector switch for bridge, both, and neck. And then this one is more for, like, it's like preset tones. So I'll go through all that first and try and sort of show you what they all sound like and how much brightness this master volume retains. And then, like I said, we'll come back and I'll let you know how I've got on with it. So you heard a little bit about how this guitar sounds then. Hopefully it made sense when I sort of shown what the controls are doing. But as I said, this is the first time I've played, you know, a proper nice Gretsch. I have had a couple of models here and there on the shop side, but none of them have sort of really, I thought they were just okay, you know, nothing that made me really excited. This thing is just in a different league. You know, I think Gretsch are one of them companies where between the Chinese ones and the Japanese and then the custom shops, it's one of the companies where you're still going to see a huge difference as you go up the range. And this guitar, funnily enough, was actually bought new in Guitar Center in Miami for a price of about $3,000 something. So you know, we're looking at a pretty expensive Gretsch here, and you know, it ought to feel much better than those other ones. But the point is, it really does. And one of my favourite things about it, if you're, you know, really into your guitars and you're like me and you've got your staples, you know you love your Strats, you know you like your Les Pauls, or in my case Eastman, but you know what I mean. Having a guitar like this in the rack allows you to chase different music, and that's what I love about it. Like, I was playing things on this, you know, bearing in mind I've only had it a day, and I was playing stuff that I've never ever played before. I've heard it and liked it, but I never picked up the guitar and wanted to do it. This thing, because it's full of that kind of music, it takes you down that road. So it's like the ultimate excuse to have a guitar like this, is just to broaden your sort of playing horizons. And I've never really felt that urge to get a Gretsch, but after playing this one, it's another thing that's going to have to join the wish list, because it's amazing. I'm just hoping that I haven't spoilt myself by having having to go on something quite as special as this one. But hopefully you enjoyed the guitar. Let me know what you thought of it, and I will catch you very soon for another video. And we're going back to the land of Eastman as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.